But yeah, I'm back with another rant, man. And yeah, I'm about to roll up again. And yeah, I'll talk some more about this whole EBT foods BS. For real. This seemed like this is the new wave. It seemed like food stamps. It seemed like EBT is the new crack. Is the new drug. Is the new crack cocaine. And everybody losing their mind, you know, to get it and all that good stuff. Allergies acting up, y'all. Everybody losing their mind to get it and to stay on it. Seem like this is the EBT food stamps is the new crack cocaine. It's terrible, man. It's terrible. It is truly terrible how so many people want to be on government assistance. Right? It just amazes me. The videos I have that I've been putting out, I know y'all seen them from here. If you're watching on Facebook, I know you've seen it here. If you're watching on YouTube, I know you've seen it there. But it just amazes me. I am amazed. And I'm rolling up, by the way. Damn, I feel like my sinus is about to start acting up. But it just amazes me on how many people, you know, got enough energy that they can put into making these videos and complaining about food stamps and EBT, when they can be taking that energy, taking that time and energy, and putting it into something else, like how to survive without food stamps or EBT. Because what if we didn't have that shit? What if they didn't provide that shit at all? Then what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What if they didn't provide? What if our government didn't provide EBT, food stamps, SNAP benefits? Then what? Then what? Then what you gonna be complaining about? You'll have to get off your ass and go do something. For real. Man, damn, I need some Benadryl. We don't have none either.
I'll get you one.
Okay. But yeah, think about that shit, y'all. And yeah, I'm old school. I still smoke out of Rellos and shit. I know a lot of people do papers and shit. Look, to each his own, damn it. To each his own. But the only people that's truly mad about losing food stamps or Section 8 housing or whatever are the people that's been abusing it and didn't have any plans on getting off of the shit. They was gonna use it to the day they die, which is terrible. And it's crazy how a lot of these single women, you know, got so much to say about how dudes ain't shit or dudes is broke and all that good shit, but they asses is living off government assistance and shit. Like, you gotta make this make sense on both ends. For real. EBT, food stamps, cash assistance, Section 8 is not meant for your ass to live off of the rest of your life. If it was, then shit, we all would be living off of it. And then, here's my thing. The people that's on Section 8, or they getting food stamps or cash assistance or whatever, what the fuck are y'all doing with all that money that y'all are obviously or could be saving? Because look, we all know, like, if your ass on Section 8, they paying the majority of your fucking rent. And if you're on any type, and you're probably getting government assistance, probably getting cash assistance and food stamps on top of that shit. So, you motherfuckers should be balling. Like, what is y'all doing with all this money that you should have been saving? Because, hell, if the government told my ass, you know what, you qualify for this, and, you know, we're going to pay your rent, you ain't got, all you got to do is pay this. Man, do you know how much money I can save up in that in the amount of time that they paying that shit or while I'm on that shit? So that is one of my real questions, is like, the people that's on Section 8 and food stamps, What the fuck are y'all doing with y'all money? What are y'all doing with the money that you don't have to spend on food or rent? What are you doing with that shit? Like that is I think that is a very, very good question. What are you doing with that shit? If you're on cash assistance, EBT, food stamps, Section 8, what are you doing with the rest of your fucking money? For real. Y'all be staying in houses, rent be $1,200 and the government paying and Section 8 paying shit $1,000 of it, and your ass is still broke. You turn the TV down for me, baby. Like, and y'all asses still be broke. I don't understand that shit. But a motherfucker like me works their ass off so they won't be broke. And shit, I pay for everything with cash or through debit or credit, through money with money that I've earned. I'm not saying it's easy out here because it ain't. It ain't easy out here. We know that. But like I said, what the fuck are you motherfuckers doing with all this money that y'all could be saving? All this money that y'all ain't gotta pay, in rent or food. What are you doing with that shit? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like if I didn't have to pay rent, I would be fucking I would and I think I speak for everybody watching this shit that say if you know how much money we all could save if the government was paying our fucking rent. Like for real. For real. Like straight up. Damn, allergies acting up. But and people like put it like this, for the ones that's been on government assistance for pretty much half of their or majority of their adult life, like what I'm trying to say is I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. Not even, you know what? Fuck it. I am gonna say it. For those who've been on government assistance for most of their adult life or all of their adult life, like, are you like? You must be the most simple-minded motherfucker ever to want to keep being on that shit. Like for real. I'm gonna just say it like that. If you've been on government assistance the majority of your adult life and you want to keep being on that shit, you must be the most simple-minded motherfucker ever. It did. Let me tell you like this: if you're on EBT or food stamps, I'm gonna be honest with you. You have, in my opinion, you have no fucking right to talk shit about the government when you sitting up there, you know what I'm saying, basically crying because they took away your handout. But I don't get it. If you're receiving government assistance, like we all know our government is fucked up. We all know that. But if you're receiving government assistance and you've been on that shit your whole life and you want to be a government dependent, in my opinion, your ass shouldn't have nothing bad to say about the government, even though we know they all fucked up. We know our government needs to be redone, revamped, and all that shit. If you're on government, if you one of these motherfuckers who complaining because your food stamps got cut short or they kicking your ass off Section 8 in the next year or two or whatever, or they about to kick your ass off sooner than that, hey, fuck around and find out. You fucked around and find out. I don't feel bad for you or nothing, because like you have no right to talk shit about the government while you sitting there taking their fucking handouts. Like, be for real. You sitting there taking their handouts, but then you want to talk shit about them. It did. The ones that sitting there complaining about it, y'all the motherfuckers that's abusing the shit. But y'all the motherfuckers abusing it. The people that sitting there complaining about EBT are the ones who abusing the shit. Me personally, I know some people that's abusing this shit, but I'm not gonna, say their names are out there as, it ain't my place to do none of that shit. But, watching them get hit with the fuck around and find out is, satisfying enough to me, you know, because I know plenty of people that's abusing this shit, and it's just like, you got people that are really disabled and hurt who need that shit, and you got these heifers. Yeah, I'm gonna say it like that. You got these motherfucking heifers getting online. Trump took my food stamps. Trump did this. Trump did that. Man, look, that man ain't did shit to you. You did it to your motherfucking self because you wanted to keep that shit. You wanted to stay on it. That man ain't came out that fucking office, came to you and said, hey, I'm taking your shit away. No. Your ass pretty much just got hit with the fuck around and find out because you thought it was all gravy. You thought you was going to keep that shit for the rest of your life. You thought you was going to pass it on down to your children. This generational dysfunctional shit. So now, that's one thing, look, and I don't care how you feel about Trump. I don't care if you like him, I hate him. Like, I get tired of hearing people, oh, Trump did this to me, or Trump did that. Just like when Obama was in office, or Obama did this, Obama did that. Like, look, man, Obama ain't personally did no shit to you. Trump ain't personally did no shit to you. The only way these motherfuckers, what they doing is go affect you is if you let it affect you. That's the only way any of them, any president doing anything, whether it be Trump, Obama, Biden, whoever, only if they did something to you is because you think they did something and you let whatever they said a policy put in place or whatever you think they did, you let it affect you. That's being for real. Like, so I get tired of these EBT rants and, oh, because of Trump, I'm not getting EBT anymore because of Trump. Like, man, shut the fuck up and get off your ass. Especially like I'm gonna say it to these single women out here complaining about it, because it's mostly, to be honest with you, it's mostly women complaining about that shit. Mostly women complaining about it. Check this out. My boy, he'll be 13 years old this year. Guess what? He know what EBT and food stamps are, but he ain't got to worry about that shit. You know why? I get my ass up. I make sure, shit, I do what I gotta do so we don't have to be on that shit. For real. And you know what? I teach him, not to judge people that's on that, and but at the same time, I teach him it's better to not be a government dependent if you can do something about it. It's real shit. You say, can I talk about I'm Nancy Razum, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I agree with them, saying shit, you can't buy all that bullshit with food stamps. Shit, if you're watching here on YouTube, I'm saying this. I agree with them saying you can't buy all that shit with food stamps. What's my opinion on it? Yeah, you should not, in my opinion, you shouldn't. If you put it like this, if you're complaining about buying snacks, about you can't buy snacks and candy and shit with your food stamps, what about all the other bullshit you buy with your money? What about everything else that you buy that's not a necessity, that you use your money for? If you can spend your money on anything that's not a necessity, you can afford your own damn snacks, candy, soda, chips, licorice, bubble gum, all that shit, Rice Krispies. That's the way I feel about it. And so it is what it is. Because think about it. If we already got a fucking health problem in America with everybody eating all this bullshit, why do you want to keep buying all this bullshit with your food stamps? How fast are you trying to die? Being for real. So I'm saying, I agree. You should not be able to buy all that bullshit with food stamps. You know, shit. If you could spend your money on anything that's not a necessity, just like if I can go spend money on these fucking earrings I got and this chain I got, guess what? I can afford to buy my own goddamn snacks. And guess what? If I had to, if I got down to rock bottom, if I had to, I can go sell this shit and go get me some damn snacks. But, you know, God willing, and me making the right decisions, I'm not gonna get to that. But for real though, if you can afford, like, if I can afford to go get my hair done, go get my hair, you know, go get these fresh braids, hit the barbershop and all the other shit. So I can tell you right now, this shit costs over $100 to go get my hair braided and go to the barbershop. That costs well over $100. So if I can afford to do all this shit, I can afford to pay for my own snacks, candy, soda, chips, and everything. That's the thing. So people that's getting mad about that shit, what are you getting mad for? What are you getting mad for? If you if you can afford to go get anything that's not a necessity, you can afford to buy your own fucking snacks. Like for real. So people that's getting mad talk about, oh, Trump did that, orange motherfucker did this and that. Cut that bullshit out. Cut that bullshit out. You know what I'm saying? Cut it out. Like for real. Like this is like yeah, for real. People need to use the time they complaining to get to find another way to bring in more income. You got to think, like, for one, we are in America, so there is plenty of opportunity to make money. Yes, there's plenty of opportunity to make money, and there's plenty of ways to make money. I'm not saying everything is fucking easy, because it's not. But I'm saying it's there. It's there. You know? And Nancy, you're right. You know, yes, if you want something sweet, go buy some fucking cake mix, you know, with your food stamps, and go home and bake you a goddamn cake. Make you some homemade Rice Krispies. Make you some homemade chocolate bars. For real. That's what they failing to realize. Oh, I can't go buy my. You know, you can make all this shit at home. You go buy the right shit. For real. Hell. Shit, we got homemade Rice Krispies here, homemade cookies here. Like, for real. We got cake mix. We get homemade cake. Like, people need to start thinking. Think, fucking think. They get so much in a fucking uproar. Oh, I'm losing my food stamps. For the people that's disabled and that are veterans, that are mentally ill, that is unfortunate. But to the ones that's making these fucking videos, complaining about this shit, and I'm going to say it like this, to the heifers that's making these fucking videos, to the women that's making these fucking videos complaining about this shit, you should have thought about that when you was picking these bum-ass dudes you call baby daddies. For real. Should have thought about that shit when you was picking these bum-ass dudes you call baby daddies. You knew they was some fucking bums when you got with them and wasn't about shit. And what makes you think they was going to be able to take care of a fucking child, or help you take care of a child? If they couldn't even take care of themselves. And then what kills me, well, it doesn't kill me, but what you know what chaps my ass is when they go and have multiple kids by these motherfuckers. And then want to complain about it. They want to run to Uncle Sam talking about, oh, I need food stamps, or oh, I need child support and all this other shit. Man, look. Guess what? You shouldn't have, nobody told you to keep having kids. Don't get me wrong, kids are a blessing. Kids are a motherfucking blessing. But nobody told you to keep having kids. Having the whole fucking basketball team. Having enough kids to have a damn starting lineup. Ooh, excuse me. Told y'all my allergies acting up, y'all. Woo, excuse me. Damn, hold on, third time's a charm. Woo. So for a lot of these women that's complaining about this shit, guess what? Time for you to go back to the baby daddies, and either you go make it work or y'all go find a way to make it work and happen for your kids. Like for real. For real, for real. So, and I'm going to say it like this. To all the women that's complaining about EBT and losing it, guess what? Stop having kids with motherfuckers who ain't finna help you take care of. How about that? Close your legs. Keep them closed. Or shit, better yet, if you go open them, get a motherfucking rubber. Get a condom. Put a condom on. Shit ain't hard. Thank you, thank you. For real. Like, see, a wise man once told me, smart man learns from his mistakes, but a wise man learns from other people's mistakes. And guess what? I learned from a lot of other people's mistakes, watching other people. And it taught me everything, a lot of shit not to do in life. And I think everybody needs to do, go by that. Smart man learn from their mistakes, but a wise man learn from other people's mistakes. And watching other people, I definitely learned what not to do in life. Don't get me wrong. Do I still have my bonehead, knucklehead moments? Yeah, shit, I'm human. But for the most part, man, look, I don't want to be one of those people that's complaining about, oh, I can't do this, can't do that because the white man this, the white man that, or the government this, or Donald Trump that. I refuse to be one of those people. I refuse to be one of those people because I already know shit. I forgot to hit my damn chest with all the damn smoke in there. I'm in control of my motherfucking life. By making the right damn decision. Shit, I should have done that shit. I'm in control of my life by making the right decisions. Shit. And damn. And making the right decisions can determine how my life be. Can determine if I live a comfortable life, live a hard life, depending on my decisions. And it's always gonna be stuff that, things that I can't control. And that's just life. There's always gonna be things that's out of your control. But when it comes to shit like this, EBT and food stamps and Section 8 shit, it's to your control to an extent. When I say it's to your control, because, proper preparation, will prevent failure. What I mean by that is we know at the blink of an eye, shit could go wrong like that. Shit can go wrong like that. We know this shit. Shit could go south, could go sideways. We know we all are just, one wrong move, from or one decision from being on the street or hitting rock bottom. We all know that. So it is best to do certain things or try to have certain things in place so you don't come to that. But like I say, still things happen, where it's out of your control, and I understand that. But this EBT food stamp shit, it's not meant for us to be on there for life. The shit ain't meant for that. It's not meant for us to be on that shit for life. Use it as a stepping stone. Get on your feet. If they give you Section 8 for 2 years, you better save the fuck out of your money. And in 2 years, you should be done saved up shit damn near 20 grand or more. For real. Or you should be able to save up more than that. Because especially if you ain't got to pay rent. And if you ain't got to pay for groceries, if you're getting food stamps, you should be able to save up a shitload of money. If they give you 2 years on Section 8 and they say you got food stamps for those 2 years, You should be able to save up a shitload of money. You didn't, then they kick you off and you complain about it, guess what? That's on your ass. It's on your ass for you not making the right fucking decisions when you had the shit. So I don't feel bad for nobody who complaining about it and they losing it, unless you are disabled, a veteran, or mentally ill. For real though. Other than that, all you single heifers complaining about it, ha 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 ha. That's what the fuck you get. Do better. Do better. Like for real. Don't abuse the shit. Don't abuse it. Use it as a stepping stone. And then you should be done did shit with the time you had, or the time you had that shit. Hey, y'all know where I'm going with it. Just do better. So, you know, you watch it on YouTube, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that. You watch it on Facebook, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that. And you know what? See you for the next one. Holla at your boy. Peace.